In the heart of a small West African village called Kakand, lived a young woman named Amma. She was known for her laughter, bright like sunlight on the savannah, and for her skill in weaving beautiful cloths dyed with indigo and gold. In a neighboring village, Bantali, lived a young man named Kwame. He was brave and kind, with hands skilled at carving wooden masks and telling stories that made children and elders alike laugh and think. The two villages had a long-standing rivalry. Centuries ago, a dispute over hunting lands had created tension. Elders from both sides warned their people, never marry from the other village. Never trust the other. The first meeting. One day, the festival of the full moon brought both villages together to celebrate the harvest. Amma carried baskets of yams, Kwame led his village drummers. When Kwame's drumbeat met Amma's laughter, something magical happened. Their eyes met across the crowd, and for a moment, the rivalry vanished. They found ways to meet secretly near the ancient baobab tree on the hill that separated their villages. Kwame carved small wooden figures for Amma. Amma dyed colorful cloths and left them in the tree hollow for him. Slowly, their friendship blossomed into love. The challenge of tradition. But whispers reached the elders. Amma's father scolded her. You know the rule. You cannot love a boy from Bantali. Kwame's mother warned him. If you marry her, our village will never forgive us. You will bring misfortune. Despite the fear, their love grew. They met under the baobab at night, sharing stories, singing songs, and dreaming of a life together. The plan to unite. One evening, Kwame said, tradition has kept us apart for too long. If we cannot live in our villages, we must create a place where we can love freely. Amma nodded. Then we leave at dawn. They cross the savannah, carrying little more than food, a carved drum, and Amma's weaving tools. After days of walking, they reached a fertile valley with a river and open fields. They settled there, building huts and planting crops. Soon, other young couples who felt trapped by the old rivalry joined them. Together, they formed a new village, which they called Amandi, Love's Place, the miracle of unity. Years later, elders from Kakand and Bantali heard of the thriving village. Curious, they visited. What they saw amazed them: children playing, crops flourishing, music and dance filling the air. Amma and Kwame welcomed them with kola nuts and songs. The elders realized that the old hatred had only held their people back. In a ceremony by the river, they lifted the old ban, declaring that the villages could now celebrate festivals and marriages together. Kwame and Amma's love had not only united them, it had healed two villages. Legacy of love. Amma and Kwame grew old together, surrounded by children, grandchildren, and music. The baobab tree where they first met became a sacred place, symbolizing courage, love, and the power to change traditions. Life in Amandi. After leaving their villages, Amma and Kwame built a home by the river in the fertile valley. They planted yams, maize, and cassava. Amma wove colorful cloths, teaching her skills to the girls of the new settlement, while Kwame carved masks and played drums to celebrate the harvest. The village of Amandi grew. Young couples who wanted freedom from old rivalries joined them. The children ran barefoot on red earth, chased chickens, and danced to Kwame's drum beats. Every evening, the elders told stories under the great baobab tree, reminding the community of courage, love, and respect for the ancestors. Amandi became famous for its peace, music, and unity, attracting visitors from Kakand and Bantali who wished to see the village where love overcame hatred. The challenge of prosperity. Not everyone welcomed Amandi's success. Some elders from Kakand and Bantali feared it would weaken their own villages. Rumors spread that Amma and Kwame had angered the ancestors by breaking tradition. One year, a neighboring village called Alumide sent warriors to claim the fertile valley. Amma and Kwame gathered the villagers under the baobab tree, holding hands and inspiring courage. Instead of fighting, they invited the leaders of Alumide to a feast. Kwame played the ya, and Amma danced gracefully. She spoke of love, courage, and the blessings of unity. The leaders, moved by the display of peace and prosperity, withdrew their claim. Amandi survived, stronger and more united than ever. The next generation. Amma and Kwame had children: Ajoa, who inherited her mother's weaving skills and wisdom; Te, who became a skilled drummer like his father; twins, Ife and Oba, clever and adventurous; exploring the river and forests around Amandi. The children were taught the story of how love had crossed rivers, broken barriers, and built a thriving community. They traveled to Kakand and Bantali to teach young people about unity, farming, and music. Amandi's fame spread across the region. The village became a model for harmony, showing that courage and love could change long-standing traditions. The Red Moon Festival. Years later, the elders of Kakand and Bantali invited Amandi to join a festival under the Red Moon, a rare event that was said to honor the spirits of ancestors. During the festival, Kwame's grandchildren played the Ama's granddaughters danced in colorful cloths, and everyone celebrated under the crimson light. The elders whispered, "The love that survived hardship deserves the blessing of the ancestors." From that day, the river that once divided Kakand and Bantali became a symbol of unity. People from both villages crossed it for trade, weddings, and festivals. Amandi's legacy. Ama and Kwame grew old, their love unbroken. The baobab tree where they first met became sacred. Children were taught there to honor courage, respect, and love. Generations later, Amandi continued to thrive, even as the region modernized. Schools, markets, and festivals grew, but music, dance, and the story of Ama and Kwame remained central to village life. The story of the lovers was told across villages. When hearts are brave and love is true, even rivers and old rivalries cannot stop it. Amandi today, centuries later, travelers still come to Amandi to see the baobab tree, to listen to the and to witness the harmony born from love and courage. Ama and Kwame's story became more than a love tale, it became a legend of hope, unity, and the power of hearts to change the world.